Hey again everybody, so we are now in video 4 of our memorizing the cards of the Lenormand deck, and I have my notebook out and I'm ready to show you the cards that are 17 through 24. So we're going to go through a little picture of the stork card for you, if you can see that there, and see how he's got his neck to the left, and I picture a snake strangling him because 7 is our snake. So if you remember 7, look at the 17. Whenever I use the 1, it seems like it does something with the other card, where it's next to it, behind it. Now I'm picturing this snake is going to be strangling, and it's almost 2, as if just like the snake, the stork has that same posture of 7, where the head is here and then the neck goes down. So if you imagine this picture, I want to show you this picture. Oh, and now instead of the frog around his throat, you can picture that snake. So you get the memory trigger of the 7, and he's going to take care of that stork. So stork is the snake with the stork. There you go. 18 is our dog, and the 8, we remembered when we did the coffin, was over and over and over, like infinity, over and over and over. When you have a dear friend or someone that's very loyal, it goes on forever and ever and ever. So when someone is beside you, by your side, forever and ever and ever, loyalty, dog, by your side, that's 18. Number 19. So 19 is the tower. And the tower always has a little something at the top in the French cartomancy deck. So I picture, just like the bouquet, I picture this little, maybe it's a little bouquet at the top of the tower. I always seem to pick, just like they put trees on top of a building. If nobody dies when a building is built, tradition is they'll put a tree on the building. So I picture that tower is with a little bouquet at top, little tree, something growing there, something nice. So that's how I imagine it. So bouquet on top of something tall. 19, tower. 20 is garden. This one is pretty easy actually, because if you remember, 2 was clover. And if you have 20 of those, if it goes over and over, if you have, say, 20 clovers, it's no longer just a clover, you now have many clovers, and it has become a garden, a lush garden of clover. So 20 is just many of that clover. 21 is mountain. And mountain was a fun one for me, because with 21, for me, that was the drinking age when I was growing up. And you couldn't do anything, it seemed, until you were old enough. So it was up, long, long time until you finally became an adult and reached the top of that mountain. It's a long road, and once you get there, you're into adulthood. So 21, that long journey. 22. This one's an easy one too, because you've got 22, 2, 2, 2, 2, choice, path. It almost does it for you. Crossroad, choice, 2 things, 1, 2, or 1, 2, 2, 2. That one seemed to me to be a very easy one. 23. This one was kind of a funny one, because when you have a 23, I kind of made it a little distorted, and then you kind of got like the Mickey Mouse thing going on. So I just pictured that 3 with the ears. So it was Mickey Mouse on his side, and then you have mice. So just kind of picture that 23. 23. And you got your whiskers. So 23 mice. So just picture, remember the ears. 24, heart. So 2 plus 2 is 4. 2 people in love become double, the same of 1. It was almost like, to me, like the square root of something. The square root of you is another person, double yourself. It's heart. It could also be sort of like the clover, where you have the 2 of the clover, but there's 4 of them in a clover, but they're still made of hearts. So, and the hearts have those 2. But I tend to think of this more in people. 2 people, they get married, and now it's like double them. It's better of them. 2 people, heart, love. Now they're 4. 2 of you, 2 of him. That's what you think of your inside part. Physical, the emotional, the physical, the emotional. Add it together. Now you have 4 good parts of the both of you. And that's it. So here's what you need to do now. If you haven't already drawn these out with me, and you should have, make sure you do so. Feel it with your pen. Then you're going to take your cards and go through them. So you're going to memorize what these are. Test yourself with the flashcards and see if you've got them all. Then do the other side. Pick a word. See if you can guess what it is. Do you remember garden, what it was? Many clovers. 20. And see if you can get it. Then with your notebook, write your lists of numbers. Mix them all up. Mix the words. See if you can guess it as fast as you can. Then put them together with the stuff you already learned before. So you're going to add numbers 1 through 16 and add those to these cards. And when you've got them all straightened out, when you feel like you've got it down pat, we'll see you in the next video. Catch you then. Okay, so I'm going to mix up the flashcards and let's see how you do. Are you ready? Number 24. Heart. 18. Dog. Number 20. Garden. 22. Path. 23. Mice. 21. Mountain. 19. Last one, 17. Now let's do the same thing, but we'll use the words and we'll see if you can guess the number. Heart. Stork. Tower. Mountain. Mice. Garden. Dog. Last one. Path.